I used to spend so much time just doom scrolling, thinking I was relaxing, but really I just feel drained after being on my phone for hours on end. Then I started replacing that time with creating, and honestly, everything's changed: my mindset, my focus, my confidence. So if you're feeling stuck in that way, let's talk about it. So clearly, the main problem is how social media works and online shopping. It ultimately hurts us. Apps like TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're on, they are built to be addictive. TikTok, it gives you very, very short, not short, but quick, very quick hits of dopamine, and you just end up scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because you're watching one video for a few seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, a minute at most, and then right after you immediately can go to the next video and immediately starts playing. So you're getting your dopamine hits very, very quickly compared to on a day-to-day basis, and that's what's making it so addicting. The fact that you can just sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll, get a dopamine hit one after the other. It's frying our brains, it really is. It's too much consumption, which means people are feeling less creative, more mental fatigue, even harder to, it makes it harder to make decisions. Of course, while you're scrolling on TikTok, it is making you want to buy things because you're scrolling, watching a funny video, watching something random, watching a how-to tutorial, and then you come across a video that's, oh, let's buy these clothes, or check out these clothes, they make my ass look good, and then you end up going on the TikTok shop, and scrolling some more. So it's sad, but that's what it's there for. It's to keep us addicted, to keep scrolling, keep us busy doing that, and ultimately it's hurting our brains. It's not good for you at all. Creating is the answer to fixing that. It gives you mental clarity, it increases your confidence. Creating something like writing, videos, like for me, YouTube, art, anything, it helps your brain focus and process things correctly. You're going through the trial and errors of creating. If you're creating something, let's say, for example, with YouTube, I'm going through trial and errors of, recording, writing a script, a hook, creating thumbnails. Like, there's a lot of things that you're going through that you're gonna do now, and there might be a better outcome, or you're going through the trial and error, if that makes sense. My brain's not working today, but you're going through trial and error of creating, and one day you create this, and then you learn something else, and you create something that's even better. Like for me, I'm getting better with my hooks. I'm getting better, I feel, with thumbnails, descriptions, whatever it is. That's because I went through the trial of, okay, I just created kind of whatever at the beginning, and now it's getting better. So when you're creating, you're going through those trial and errors. When you're doom scrolling or anything like that, you're just sitting there consistently getting a hit of something, and it's not doing anything for your brain. You're just kind of like a zombie watching things. Honestly, it's really sad. When you're mindlessly scrolling, it's hijacking, it's taking dopamine more than it should. It makes anything else in life honestly boring. Like when you're sitting there doom scrolling on your phone, whatever, watching TikTok, and then you go out, maybe later you have plans to do something, whatever, you're gonna be fucking bored. You're probably gonna feel a sense of being bored, because versus hit after hit after hit, versus going out, doing something, talking, chilling with whoever, going shopping, you're not getting those hits quickly. So it makes things boring, and that's why it's so addicting, because you're endlessly getting the dopamine hit, and we want to revert away from that. We want to get away from it. So some things that I've done is I've put a timer on my phone for like TikTok specifically. I was really bad. I was on it for maybe 4 or 5 hours a day, and that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh my god, like, how many hours in a day like you're wasting just scrolling on TikTok? It is insane to me. It really is. And now, I put a timer. Okay, no more than an hour. Some days I might, add some time, I'm not gonna lie, to 2 hours, but I try not to go past that. Once I'm past that, it's like no. Another thing is now with my schedule that I've created, which I have another video on, you can watch that, I'll link it below. Now I have, time blocks of what I do, especially after working a 9 to 5. So I don't put in there obviously time for TikTok. So if I end up scrolling on TikTok for too long, that messes up my time block schedule. That messes up what I already have planned for myself. Another thing you can do too, because with me, with creating on YouTube, I also, when you're doing any type of content creation, anything like that, yeah, you want to go on TikTok, yeah, you want to go on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, to get some inspo, get ideas, see what's trending or not. So one thing you can ask yourself when you're about to go on it is, am I here to create and help me with other things I'm creating, or am I just here to consume? If you're just getting home maybe from work, you're just chilling, or honestly if you're fucking taking a shit and you're just on your phone, most likely you're just there to consume it. But like in my case this morning when I went on my TikTok, I was trying to figure out video ideas, figure out things that are probably trending that I should do, because I have another series I want to do and I have ideas. I just don't know if I want to do it yet or if it makes sense. It'll basically be talking about like hot topics, elevated in a different way. So we'll see what happens. But that's something I thought would be a lot of fun and I want to do with my boyfriend too. I thought it'd be cool. But so you gotta just ask yourself, are you creating or consuming? Is this, like maybe if you're into art, like me, I've been trying to knit blankets, and when I go on TikTok, it's easy to search. I know, okay, I'm going on here to create. I'm searching up a knitting tutorial. I'm searching up how to tie off the knot or something, so that's a good example of creating versus consuming. You want to make sure you're going on there for the right reason. Like I said before, tracking your screen time, setting limits, that is very helpful. Another thing as well, which can kind of tie into, depending on if you have a schedule or not, like I do, like I color block my schedule. Within my color block schedules, I kind of have a to-do list of those things. Like I've talked about it in that video, so again, I'll link it below if you want to get into more detail. But one thing I have on my schedule is my YouTube / second job slot, because I don't have to do my second job every single day, but I have an 1.5 hour slot after my 9 to 5, after I come home, eat, work out, and then I have an 1.5 hour slot. So in that 1.5 hour slot, I have reminders on my phone that are set for that time block. So like I think it's like 7 p.m. I have a reminder on my phone that's YouTube specific or work specific that says, okay, these are the things you should do or that need to be done or by a certain time. Obviously with work, I have a certain time frame that I need to do certain things. So I put on there like, okay, I need to do this by this day, or I need to do this by this date, whatever. So I have those in there, and the reminder is set for the time that I have a time block, if that makes sense. But I also have YouTube to-do lists, like I want to record these, like I have video ideas, like okay, record this video, this video idea. I also have a to-do list of creating some products, some digital products. So I have a to-do list, or the products specifically that I want to create, so that can help you as well. So instead of going on your phone and doom scrolling, check out your to-do list, check out other things that you might have that might be really good and helpful, because to-do lists on my phone, on my it's like my reminders app on my phone. I love it. I use it all the time. I have it all color coordinated and labeled, and it helps because you can set it for, I could set it to a certain time, a certain day. You don't have to. You can just have it as your to-do list or reminder list, whatever you want to call it. So if you feel like honestly you're bored and you sense that your hand and your thumb is going to TikTok directly, go on that list instead. Maybe move your apps around, move TikTok so it's not in the usual spot. For me, I have it in the right bottom corner so it's easy to click with my thumb, and then I just start scrolling. That's probably not good. I probably should move it. I probably should move it at the very top left so that it's harder to get to, and maybe put my to-do list or reminders part on that easy part on my phone. When you have your thumb and there's a certain wave of like what your thumb can get to quickest when you're just on your phone, move those bad apps, like your shopping apps, your TikTok, whatever, move those to the hard to reach side, so that anything that you should be focusing on, that you want to focus on, like maybe you have Kindle, the app on your phone, maybe your to-do list, anything else that you want to focus on more, that are more creative versus the consuming part, put those on the easy part on your phone to get to. Huge thing to remember, honestly, and it's got me thinking a lot too now that I do want to get into YouTube, and I want want this to be a stream of income for me. I want to be able to get monetized in the future. I want to create, and eventually I have ideas for other channels. So I always remind myself when I'm doom scrolling, or if I do get caught in that, I could be doing something much better. I could be creating, and it's going towards actually moving my life forward. Sit with that for a second. You could be using that time to create something that is actually moving your life forward. Think about that. That's crazy to me. So any of the tips I gave you, use those to your advantage. Look up some other tips you can do, but just remember that creating and using your brain in that capacity you'll feel the difference once you start doing it. I've honestly felt a huge difference now that I'm scrolling less and taking the time to make my to-do lists, taking the time to, for me specifically with YouTube, thinking of video ideas, writing them down in detail. Okay, how do I want to lay it out, my hook, everything. And it's making me a better content creator. It's making me a better YouTuber. It's making me better to create videos. So you can do the same thing as well with whatever you want to focus on. Next time you catch yourself mindlessly scrolling, just take a second to, okay, am I creating? Am I scrolling? What could I be doing better? Let me check out my to-do list. Like, if you need to, even like make your to-do list your wallpaper, or I know on some phones you can make your to-do list like a big widget on your phone. Make that something first. And if you really need to, honestly, delete the app. I probably won't do that. I thought about that. I don't think I would do that. That would honestly be really, really tough, because I'm using it for other reasons. So that's why asking yourself before you even start scrolling is just to consume or to create. Like, yeah, if you want to watch a painting tutorial, like I said earlier, go on TikTok. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to watch how to cook something or a recipe, hell yeah, go on TikTok. Why not? When you're doomlessly scrolling, you're hurting your brain, you're frying your brain, and humans, I feel, are meant to create versus just consuming this much. We have too much to consume. We have too many options, I feel, to consume that is not necessary, and we should be creating more. And honestly, when you start creating, your mindset honestly changes so much. It feels so much better. You feel a lot more relaxed. And like this morning, I look like crazy right now because I went on a hike with my boyfriend. We have a hiking trail right behind our house, and it felt so good to not be on my phone. Like, yeah, I had my phone on me in case of anything, like emergency or something, but I didn't go on it. I didn't check it. I was just checking my watch to see, how long we've been walking, the miles I'm doing, my steps, but just to take it in, take a deep breath, look at the scenery that was around us. It was so, so nice, and it felt good not to be on my phone. Even when I got back, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did sit in bed, scroll on my phone for a little bit, which was awesome, my reminders, my to-do list, they went off. Hey, remember, you gotta do this and this, and I was like, okay, let me get up and go. I did some work. I'm recording videos now. I'm probably going to edit now. I'm getting things done. Do the same thing for yourself. Implement these tips into your own life, and honestly, you'll feel a lot better. I would really appreciate it if you let me know in the comments, some of the ideas that you might have, or tips or tricks, because I'm honestly, I need some more help. I need some more advice on how I can stop doom scrolling, because I catch myself doing it and then I'm like, damn it, I don't want to do this. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Thank you so much.